It's a warm October morning in Delhi, and this group of male small grass yellows, commonly seen in Asia, Africa, and Europe, is busy mud puddling. This is a fascinating ritual in which butterflies congregate in damp sandy areas or mud banks free from human disturbance to absorb liquid nutrients from the soil. The salt and minerals are supposed to be good for their reproductive health. Surprisingly, over 100 species of butterflies have made their home in an unlikely city that is now counted amongst the most polluted hotspots in the world. While New Delhi's butterflies are gravely threatened by fragmenting habitats, a group of diligent citizens are building up momentum to create some sense of security for these tiny ones. Like 74-year-old Anil Kapoor, a butterfly enthusiast who seems to have done the impossible. Kapoor was successful in transforming a park that had turned into a garbage dump in his neighborhood, close to the Jahanpana city forest in South Delhi, into a dedicated habitat for butterflies. It took him all of 15 days.
At the time of my setting this up, people were apprehensive. What exactly is this man doing? One man came and he asked me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm converting this murky park into a butterfly park." "Oh, what do you mean? A butterfly park in this surrounding? You kidding? This is a dustbin sort of a ground where we throw our muck. But now people have accepted that yes, Butterfly Park of Mandakini is an honor for our colony.
The butterfly park in Kapoor's neighborhood is not an isolated effort, but the result of a strategic plan hatched by Sohail Madan to build a butterfly corridor across Delhi. As Delhi's urban sprawl continues to grow, prime butterfly hotspots in the city, mainly the Asola Bhati Wildlife Sanctuary in the south and the Delhi Ridge in the north, seem to get further separated from one another.
The reason behind us being lucky enough to see the number of species that we see in Delhi is that we still have a lot of green area, green spaces left in Delhi. Once these wildlife sanctuaries or these green spaces become such islands, there can be no movement for wildlife, be it insects, be it nilgais, be it any sort of wildlife. They need a corridor to go in and out of that protected space, and these corridors are slowly vanishing because of the way we are building our cities. If we don't have these corridors, then we will not have resilient populations.
If Sohail's vision is realized, it could literally help connect dots for these winged creatures so that they could move between scattered green spaces in the city using these newer parks as pit stops.
So from Asola, if we are trying to get to Yamuna as a butterfly, then I find Sangam Vihar, a cluster where we have made 3 such gardens. Then there's Mandakini, where Anil Kapoor sir has made a garden. So we have connectivity from Asola Bhati to Sangam Vihar to Jahanpana City Forest, then Mandakini. Then we are going Ashram. We have a few gardens in Ashram, and then we go across to Yamuna. And our latest habitat that we are building is right here across the river in Noida, Asgarpur Jagir.
Today, Sohail is visiting the site at Asgarpur Jagir, where another enterprising volunteer, Sambhav Jain, hopes to turn a patch of his barren land into a thriving butterfly habitat. Under Sohail's guidance, Jain has already deepened his understanding of a butterfly's needs. For instance, its dependence on a specific host plant.
This is a curry plant, and all the other plants that we have just planted, they are all larval host plants for butterflies. And apart from the normal roles that we know, oxygen and all, they act as host plants for all the butterflies. Like this one is for the common mormon, the curry plant.
The major difference in a butterfly habitat and a normal park would be that there will be no formal design with the butterfly habitat that you will be able to make out, because we want it to be overgrown, we want it to be growing wild.
With hundreds of citizen volunteers, Sohail and the Delhi-based organization Conservation Education Center have already created over 40 habitats, rich with butterfly host plants in different parts of Delhi. The process is simple but scientific and demands attention to detail.
और इधर से काटना होगा, थोड़ा उधर से काटना होगा.
Sohail has enabled a transfer of ecological knowledge to local butterfly guardians like Kapoor, and also gives them access to the right kind of plants to ensure success of habitat. Kapoor has in turn helped gardeners like Hari Prasad unlearn many harmful prevalent practices, like using insecticides, and enabled him to make the shift to organic gardening.
The Malis are now trained, they know how to manage a butterfly garden. When we have small insects and all, because of more nitrogen on the soil, even then we try and do a lot of watering and wash that off instead of giving a quick remedy by spraying chemicals. We just don't spray anything.
What started as an annual awareness campaign by a group of ecologists led by Sohail has now become a city-wide citizen science project, offering several insights into urban biodiversity. A dedicated community in Delhi has stepped up, despite all odds, to bring a new dawn for butterflies.
Once the butterfly corridor is in place, and not just being in place, once we have substantial numbers, say 80 to 100 butterfly habitats across the city, we will definitely see a large increase in the butterfly population, especially for the migratory or butterfly species that are dispersing. If there are 100 eggs laid by a butterfly, an adult butterfly, only 2 will go on to become adult butterflies on their own. Rest 98 will be eaten. It's just that not many people are talking about insects, or there's not much information on these insects. That's why there is lack of awareness.